time for my hot take. So I made some notes. The use of Samuel Jackson as Uncle Sam represents a dual reading of American identity. Rather than embodying unquestioned patriotism, the figure of Uncle Sam in this context is an agent of control of the great American game. He serves as the game master, whose interventions, such as, too loud, too ghetto, too reckless, highlights the systemic pressures to conform the culture and people who are willing and trying to cultivate the culture. All right, all right, all right. Let's talk about the symbolism of the stage. So, if not many people caught it, I'm going to talk about it. So, the video game like interface creates a modern scoreboard where the audience's reaction is as much a part of the narrative as Lamar's lyrics. So, you have to understand viewers at home or even viewers in the stadium weren't just viewers. They weren't spectacles. They weren't spectators. We were active participants. Because even when you think about the songs that he was performing, these were songs that all of us were tapped into. And as his journey progressed, the American narrative continued, and it's intriguing how his music has evolved with the American society. Keep that in mind. So, anyways, so this interactivity underscores the idea that in the digital age, public discourse and identity are continuously scored and mediated through technology. So, you have to think about it this way. With people always trying to control what we say and censor what we say, Lamar is further highlighting that it is a game and it's a social game as well that we're playing, because once you begin to vocalize just how much you don't fuck with this game, or just how much this game has wronged you, or vehicles of change and symbols of American pride were supposed to be there for you, you begin to see that this game, it wasn't meant for you to break outside of its mold or to try to go through loopholes. You were supposed to play the game that they laid out for you. He performed this in front of Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America. That's a big deal in itself, because what Lamar is saying is, yeah, you may be in charge of whatever, but you're not in control of the people anymore. You may try to control the media, you may control this, you may control that, but if the human mind and the way that humans have evolved continues to be cultivated, American people aren't going to just allow their culture to be rewritten. And that is what Lamar is telling not only Trump, but anyone who is trying to control the narrative of people of color, minority groups, what have you. I did also want to talk about Uncle Sam as the game master, because I think not many people are understanding how this satirical embodiment of the state's desire to control and domesticate the sense is so rich. Like, the character's repeated criticisms of Lamar's performance mirror the historical tension between institutional expectations and individual expression. That is something we're not taking into consideration. Lamar's defiance throughout his performance and continuing his set despite the interventions, and he's rejecting. You need to understand, he's not trying, like, he was trying to go to work within the game's limits, but then after a while he rejected this sanitized cookie cutter image, and now he is beginning to show again a raw, cultivated portion of American culture. So there's a dual significance. Like, Not Like Us is genuinely going to always be an important song in our culture, but the track, at least for this performance, was yes, obviously a diss, but it was also a symbolic and personal statement. Like, on one hand, the track is a continuation of the high profile rap feud, but on the other, it is a broader commentary on the constraints imposed by corporate media and legal pressures. Lamar's onstage remark, I want to perform their favorite song, which you know they love to sue, is a pointed critique of a culture that prioritizes or commercial safety over artistic truth. Meaning, right now, like, I mean, if you're tapped in with pop culture or even culture, you would know that Drake is suing UMG for alluding to him being like a pedophile and promoting the song. And I get it. I get it. I mean, I get it. But it's also the reason Lamar makes sure to highlight this and make sure to still perform the song while having pauses for the audience to then say certain words or to just, like, if you see the audience's mic is like turned up at certain points because Lamar isn't going to say it, but this is how the world wants to say it. The world, although, yeah, we love Drake, da 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 da, they like mess. They want revolution. They want someone to bite the head off the person at the top. Like, although, like, Kanye even talks about it. Drake is Drake, regardless of if like Lamar killed him now. Drake is gonna come back, or Drake is at least gonna have a fighting chance because Drake is a hit maker. He's a tastemaker. But the thing about this song, it's not. It's supposed to be symbolic for the fact that even the face, the people that we hold on pedestals are touchable. So yeah, the Not Like Us, definitely a very important part of this performance. Not many people will have caught this, but when Kendrick closes with TV off, I think that's what they call it. This is supposed to, and this is again my opinion, but it shows it's supposed to be a call to action, and it evokes themes from Plato's allegory of the cave, suggesting that the conventional media narrative is but a shadow of a deeper, more authentic truth. Follow me. By urging the audience to turn their TV off, at the conclusion of his set, Lamar is challenging viewers to break free from the illusions propagated by mainstream media. Because again, keep in mind, a lot of people, like, even when I was watching it, it was like, I don't think he's gonna perform. I was saying I don't think he's gonna perform Like Us because I knew about the possible lawsuit. But it's like people wanted to just hear it to hear it, and it's like, oh, okay, like they're like, he has to perform. If he doesn't, then it's not right. Da 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 da. And you have to understand, at least for me, I feel like the reason why this beef is so populated is not because it's just rap beef. I mean, isn't, but it's because it's a way of being able to promote black on black crime, but non-violently, so to speak. But that's just my opinion. That's a hot take. But this moment also functions as a metaphor for a broader cultural revolution, a call for viewers to seek genuine knowledge and experience beyond the curated images that we consume daily. All right. So the reception, it's mixy. Like, critics have hailed Lamar's performance as a watershed moment. You have reviews from Time, The Independent, that note the performance was dense with symbolism, and its deliberate ambiguity allowed for multiple interpretations. For some, the diss track was a necessary diversion from overt political messaging. For others, it was an essential element of Lamar's broader cultural critique. I mean, y'all could decide that in the comments. For me, I do think that this did help with the storytelling that the performance was doing. But the culture impact. By reimagining the traditional narrative of the Great American Game, Lamar not only reclaims the stage for Black cultural expression, but also forces mainstream audiences to confront the limits of conventional patriotism. Well, I guess that's all for today. But Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance is a transformative moment that signals the end of a cultural game, the Great American Game. Now people are not going to just be consuming what's being put on their plates, or at least we hope people aren't going to just consume what's being thrown at them. They're going to question it. They're going to go into that, look at its roots. And this to me is a call to action for mainly American people. But I mean, everyone should really question anything that's being put in front of them. But yeah, with Kendrick's performance, you begin to see that it's redefining what America's gameplay is in real time. It shows that America has in itself failed its game and now has to question what even is the great American game, you know? Very beautiful. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and chop it up inside the comments. Let me know which parts that you may have agreed with or I didn't even touch base on. I also have an essay that I wrote about the performance that is going to be obviously I should say it's gonna grow as we go, but if you want to just check it out because it's gonna touch base on a lot of things that I spoke about in the video, but build even more on it. But overall, thank you. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Icon out. Later, icons.